Hello, and welcome to another night of Shine Like a North Star. My name is Carrie Burchell, and I'm the president of North Star Coaching. My goal with these quick Tuesday night shindigs is to leave you with some nuggets to think about and keep them short and sweet so that you can get on with your evening and reflect on some ideas that we're talking about. So today's topic is about how we express value and how we feel valued. So we've kind of played around with a few different concepts that are related to this. One is that idea of sense of belonging. So we feel valued when we belong, and I kind of put my hands like this because imagine a bunch of stick figures inside this circle of belonging, something that we all crave. So value helps us feel like we belong. The second piece that we've been talking quite a bit about lately is that idea of resilience and how to have a growth mindset. And so the resilience piece connects with being valued because we want to persevere through things because we have value, and being valued kind of gives us more momentum and energy to persevere through things. And then that growth mindset is really with the belief that I can grow, I can contribute in other ways of really feeling valued and being of value to others. So this idea of value comes into play for two things. One, we tend to value others in the same way that we want to be valued. So I think of my mom tenderly. I hope she's on the call tonight. My mom is a gifter. She is just so generous. Like sometimes I'll get random envelopes in the mail with like a pair of socks in them, or even newspaper articles, just thinking of you, little gifts, whether they're monetary or not. I mean, when we used to have our Christmas holidays, Mom was so thoughtful with a million things in there. And some of them she had to teach me what they were before I sort of appreciated the gift. I remember she got one of those flat scrapers for pans that are really just like a cylinder disc. And I must have thrown out 2 or 3 of them before she finally like, Carrie, this is A gift for you. Stop throwing them out. And B, have you tried these on pans? They're like magical. So gifts, right? My mom's a gifter. So she loves it when I reciprocate that way. And you can tell by my reaction to the pan scrapers, I'm not really much of a gifter myself. I find receiving gifts awkward. Just hard. So feeling valued for me is probably words of affirmation. So I'm referencing Gary Chapman's 5 love languages. There's a version of this that looks at, in a professional way, how people feel valued. But one is gifts. One is words of affirmation. One is physical touch. Another is service. And another is quality time with people. So words of affirmation, gifts, touch, service, and quality time. I know my husband really appreciates when I make him lunches, as crazy as that is. And at first I thought, oh, this is like a domestic chore. And it's just so fun for me to just know that he's getting some kind of sustenance in the day. Anyways, we tend to do for other people what we want done for ourselves, right? So I'm a big one on Grow the Positive. You've heard me talk about this before. How do we validate people's contributions, recognize them for the good work they're doing while we talk about them in positive ways? We manage them up in groups, we praise them in public. That's what I do because it's my gift that I want done to me. Well, when we think about resilience and having that growth mindset and really helping people feel valued, we need to pull ourselves out of our own head and think, if I observed this other person, kid, child, grandparent, coworker, president of a company, whatever it is, what do they do for other people? And that's where you take those observations to think, how can I mesh my thing with yours, right? I have to send my mom little things in the mail, and I love doing it because I know it makes her happy, right? I'm going to make lunches for my husband. Those are different gifts, and they're different than the gifts I want. So think about it in a professional setting as well. I worked with one organization where they were actually tracking how many thank you cards they mailed out to the employees, right? Somebody thought that that was the way to show value, and it certainly is. Like, there's big value in just the simple thank yous. The other part of that is, what other ways? You've seen some of those companies that have, employee of the month parking spot. For some other people, that might be a really validating gesture. So give it some thought around how people show up, how they interact with things, and slow down to look at those observations and see how you can mesh with what Gary Chapman called their love language. Because we tend to do for other people what we like done for ourselves, which may or may not connect with the way that feeling valued translates for them. How's that for your nugget tonight? Once again, I'm Carrie. I would love to be a part of your journey. I am somebody who is just inspired by helping people make progress, and my personal motto is I'm a bridge. So I'd love to be part of your bridge in doing whatever you or your organization are doing. Until then, let's stay in touch. Follow me on this YouTube site, Facebook, or of course, LinkedIn. Have a great night.